Nintendo has dropped the trailer for the Switch 2 out of nowhere. Legitimately out of nowhere. When a friend linked me the trailer for the Nintendo Switch 2, I was honestly thinking they were recalling me. But that wasn't the case. This is real. So Nintendo has dropped this pretty cool trailer where there's this animation of the Nintendo Switch evolving into the Switch 2 with this. I really like this thing where you can just put it down. And honestly, I did not expect Nintendo to just drop Nintendo Switch 2 without a direct, without a live something, without anything. They just literally said, whoa, take this Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. And I'm not complaining, of course. This is news that people were waiting for a long time. People were expecting the announcement in the Game Awards, but nothing there. So people were thinking maybe Nintendo is saving for their own direct. But there's no direct, and as we are gonna see at the end of this trailer, they are gonna actually announce, they're gonna actually make an entire direct dedicated to the Nintendo Switch 2 on this month of April, which is pretty far. Honestly, I expected them to do it like in February, but as they said in this very same trailer, the Nintendo Switch 2 has the retro compatibility. This means that all games that will get announced this year, there you go, the date, 2nd of April, all games that have that will be announced this month of 2025 will be compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. This means that if Pokemon Legends ZA, for example, gets announced, the copyright, no. If Nintendo Switch 2 if Pokemon Legends ZA, let's stop on this. If Legends ZA gets announced this February, we get the date for this year. The game will be playable on Nintendo Switch 2. And knowing how usually these things go, it's probably going to be the best way to play the new game. The game is gonna be sold for probably both consoles or just Nintendo Switch, but is actually programmed to be at the better performance for Nintendo Switch 2. So I expect games like Legends ZA to perform like Legends Arceus and perform a bit better on Switch 2. Meanwhile, any Metroid game that it should be announced this year will get announced this year for the Nintendo Switch, but the Nintendo Switch 2 will play that game better in some way. I don't expect a new Mario game to be announced as a Switch game. I expect it to be announced as a Switch 2 game, so you can expect something like Mario Odyssey 7 years ago, and be the launch title for the Switch 2. I don't expect another big Zelda game like Breath of the Wild was at the time. Also, they just released the new Legend of Zelda game, so I don't think they're gonna announce it just yet. Probably next year. But these are my predictions for how the Switch 2 is gonna go. I feel like this is gonna be amazing. I think they're gonna cook so hard. One of the main talking points about Nintendo Switch was that was not as powerful as people expected it to be. I think the Nintendo Switch 2, the sole reason Nintendo Switch 2 exists is because it's gonna perform way better than the classical Nintendo Switch. And that can be very good, because the Nintendo Switch, I think, is the maximum, is the absolute top that Nintendo can make. Okay? Making it even better is gonna sell extremely well. So these are my thoughts. I expect great. I expect on February a Pokemon Direct that will say Pokemon Legends ZA is compatible for both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They just released the Nintendo Switch 2. In my opinion, the fault of this was the leakers. For those of you that don't know, the Nintendo Switch 2 leaked like crazy. Nintendo is probably very angry at whoever leaked the Nintendo Switch 2. As I read right now, preparing for this video, apparently they leaked everything, including the date of the direct that they announced on this very trailer. So I think they wanted to pull out this trailer at the end of the April's Nintendo Direct, but the leaks got so crazy, and you know that people will cause a ruckus, so they just said, you know what, drop it to them and put the announcement of the Direct at the end. So they just went along with it, and probably they probably want the head of the leaker on a silver plate. Kind of understandable. Like, you are preparing for such a big announcement, you are basically making the 2.0 version of your most successful modern console. I'd be pretty pissed. I'd be pretty pissed too. So I understand. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, see you next time.